Okay, good morning. Oh, I need to get my water. Okay, here we go. Happy Saturday. Okay, I think I'm awake. We're gonna stand nice and tall all the way at the back of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms nice and long, lift out of the shoulders. And now make a fist, squeeze the elbows together back there. And then draw the belly in as you fold down. And then come back up and reach. This time we're going to separate the arms a little bit wider. We're still going to lift up the shoulders. And now pull the elbows back, squeeze them together, fold down again. So each time we do this, try to go a little further. Nice wide arms this time. Pull them in, sweep them back, fold down. One more time, reach up. And now we're going to swan dive it all the way down. You're going to let your head go, so you're just looking through your knees. We're going to inhale and extend the spine. We're going to come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart. We're going to step forward with the left foot, elevate the back heel really high, and then bring the arms up. Now we're going to swan dive it down nice and slowly. Straighten your foot, and then step back to plank, and take it to a down dog. And walk your hands all the way back to the feet. You're going to extend the spine. And you're going to come all the way back up again, reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart, step your other foot forward. Really lift that heel in the back of the left leg. Reach it up. And then slowly take it down. Step back to plank. Downward facing. Walk both hands slowly back to your feet. Extend the spine. Now, walk your fingers out, shift your hips back. Take a big deep breath right into those ribs. And then come all the way back up with a straight leg, reach for the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. Step your left foot forward. Heel up in the back. Lower the right knee down and pick it back up. And do that a few more times. Lower down and lift. And one more time. And now you're going to step your back foot forward. And this time send the left leg back. Keep the heel up. Lower down and lift. This is, a good way to warm up the quads. Get some body heat going. All part of your little warm up today. Woohoo! Okay, step forward. Big deep breath. Sweep the arms up. Now we're going up and over to one side. Up and over to the other side. And now bring the arms parallel to the floor with your palms facing down. Scoot the arms back. And then fold forward a little bit. And now lower the palms to connect. Keep your chest proud and then sweep them back up. We're warming up the back of the shoulders this way. So lift and lower, just do it a few more times. Nice, now up, field goal posts. Let the hands come down. Keep the elbows at the height of the shoulder. And while you're doing this, you're trying to pull the shoulders further apart from one another. Do a few more. Nice, now pull the arms up, get them really long. Swan dive down. We're gonna step back to plank. We're gonna meet in down dog. And now I want you to pedal pedal your feet. So one heel goes down, the other leg bends. And just keep oscillating from left to right. So let's get these calves waking up. Now hold one side down. While you hold it down, the other leg is bent. Now lift that heel up and lower it back down. And lift, stay on the same leg. And lower, and lift. And now go back to pedaling both. Feel the difference between one and the other. Hopefully one feels stretched out and the other one's still tight. Okay, here we go. Push the other one down and then lift up and lower the heel. Stay on that side. Okay, let's float it back to plank. Let's bring our knees in under the hips. So now you're in your bear. And from here, you're going to go to a small dog. Both heels down and push, excuse me, push your legs straight. Now come back, both knees hover above the floor. Draw the belly button up and into the spine. Go back to a small dog. And do that 4 or 5 more times. Knees down and then go back to the dog. Make sure when you're in your dog, you're not dropping the head. Let's just do a few more. Okay, on this last one, put the knees down and give me 4 or 5 cat-cows. Don't be in a hurry. This is a feel-good moment. Okay, we're going to send the heels back, the hips back over the heels. Walk your hands to the corners of the mat. Chest lowers towards the floor. Now we're going to open up our shoulders. So left palm flips up towards the ceiling. Lift it off the floor and reach the arm to touch the front of the room. And then do the same on the other side. So when you're opening the palm and reaching it, I want you to count to 3 as you hold the reach. And then switch sides. Keep going. Keep pressing that belly button up and in. Keep your neck nice and long with the forehead off the floor. Okay, let's meet on all fours. Left hand to left ear. Lift your left shoulder up and just hold it there. Put that hand down. Do the same with the right. Lift the shoulder, hold. And relax. Meet me in bear. So knees come up, just hold here, count to 3. And then put the knees down gently. And then lift them gently. Count to 3. And lower. And lift. And lower. And again, lift. And lower. Nice. Now, I want you to come onto your forearms. I want you to step your knees further back. So you're in a kneeling low plank. Now take the elbows, step them forward a little bit. So you really feel like you have to brace the belly and hold it. Draw that belly in, you're fighting gravity. Count to 5 slowly. Okay, walk the forearms all the way back. You're gonna come onto the tops of your feet and take a nice quiet child's pose of your choice. Okay, come up onto your knees. So you're just gonna sit here for a second. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch through the shins, just on top of the ankles. This is kind of good, just mobility work, if your knees can handle it. And if not, you're just on all fours doing cat-cows, hanging out, waiting for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna come into my quadruped position. I'm gonna tuck the toes back under, downward facing dog. Heels push either towards the floor or on the floor. Legs are nice and straight. Now walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. And reverse it, come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Okay, that's your warm up. I spoiled you today with an extra long one. We are gonna do a low squat just to open up our hips and the groin area before we get into our weights. So this is your last exercise, if you will, without weights. Hands to heart, toes are turned out. It's your sumo squat position. Now, give me a bend in the leg. Pull the belly in and try to weight into your heels. So when you start to go down, think about trying to keep the body moving backwards, as opposed to a lot of people will start to fold the upper body forward as they try to go down. I want you to use the muscles that run along your spine. I want you to keep the chest proud as you descend. So one good way to do that is to keep looking forward and then come back up. So I'm trying to be as upright with my body as I send my butt down towards the floor and then come back up. And if you need to reposition the feet, maybe they're too far apart, maybe they're too close, something doesn't feel quite right, make the adjustment. Find a happy place where you can really like doing this. Come back up. This is really good to do every day. Once you're down, just think of lowering your butt, not your torso. That's going to come down automatically. Okay, on this next one, we're going to hold it down. However low you want to go, we're going to send the arms up. So now it's a little bit of work for your back while you're getting a nice little flexibility moment, if you will. Keep the arms up, keep breathing. You're here for 5 more seconds. Okay, bring the arms to the floor. Lift your hips. You're going to walk your feet back together 4 to 6 inches apart. And then just fold over the legs. Just let the upper body completely unweight. I want you to take big, deep breaths and really try your best to focus on the expansion of the rib cage. Okay, roll it up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Now, pick up 2 heavy weights. We're going to put ourselves into a split lunge. You're going to hold the weights by your side to start. So left foot forward, right leg steps back. You decide how far back. We're going to come and do this, lower the knee and lift back up like we did in our warm-up. So down slowly. Press up through the front heel when you're coming up. Lower and lift. Now, if you want to try stepping that foot further back, maybe you need to step it closer in. Again, it's finding a place where your body is getting the benefit without feeling unstable. Okay, we're going to add in a bicep curl, so curl your weights up and then send them down slowly as you lower the knee. Curl up and down. Great job, keep going. So think of shoulders remaining over your hips and just trying to go straight down and then straight up. Okay, step your back foot forward, hold the weights in front, and do a nice deadlift. So down and up. Cut out the chest, open your palms to face forward. Big activation through your thoracic spine. Belly draws in, spine stays long, legs are long, go down, rotate as you come up. Do it again. Just make sure you're not bending at the knee. You're sending your hips back. It's really about the form. Once you've gotten it down, if you want to speed it up a little bit, we're going to do 5 more. Make sure you're not dropping the shoulders, right? Keep your spine nice and long. Okay, standing nice and tall, I want you to send your left leg back. So make sure you've got a good spot where you feel stable. Lower the knee and lift. Try to press up through your front heel so you feel a lot of work going into that right glute. I know your toes want to take over for you. Try not to let them. Okay, we're going to add in your bicep curl. So curl up and then back down. So you're starting to feel that right butt cheek. 3 more. Okay, great job. Put those weights down. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. Cheers. Okay. Have a seat on the floor. We got a little core to do. So you're going to sit on your mat with your legs bent, toes up, hands on your knees. Lift up from your chest, lean back. Lean back till you feel, oh my God, those 6-pack muscles are tight. You're pulling them in. Now, send the arms up. Just hold here for a sec. Toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Now, you're just going to take your right elbow. You're going to send the left arm across the body until the right elbow is on the floor. And then you're going to bring it back up. So now the left elbow goes down, right arm crosses, so you're twisting, and then you come back up. So we're trying to fire up your side body muscles. And your 6-pack is working to stabilize your spine. And if you ever wanted to amp this up and make it harder, you hold light weights while you do it. Since this is our first time, we're going to do it with no weights. Great job. Okay, hold the arms here, belly is still in, chest is sticking out. Try to see if you can go back a tiny bit more without losing the belly tightness. And then see if you can send the arms straight up. Just hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2. And now let the elbows get down on the floor. Straighten out the legs. This is a little reprieve. Take a breath or two. Now, we're going to pull the right knee all the way into the chest and send the left leg up about halfway. And then you're going to switch. Now, while you switch and you're pulling one knee in, I want you to try to really work it closer each time. So it's very slow and very deliberate. Feeling this in your belly, I hope. Nice and slow. Try not to put too much weight into those elbows. Really try to tuck that knee in. You'll feel the difference when you really try your best to get that knee a little closer each time. Okay. Whew, that's not easy, right? Now, sit up Pilates style. We're taking it down. We're going to rock our pelvis a little bit. So C-curve your spine. Come down nice and slow. Rounding that spine. So you're trying to land one vertebrae at a time. Then you're going to send the arms back. Point your toes. How good does that feel? Just breathe and enjoy a little moment. Okay, the arms are going to come up. Plant them by your side and get nice and flat on your shoulder blades. Step one foot in and then the other. Nice and close. Now tilt the pelvis up and roll it down. So 3 counts to go in one direction, 3 counts to go in the other. Squeeze your glutes when you're tilting up. And then reverse it. So let's just do 5 or 10 more, depending on how slow or fast you're going. I don't want you to go quickly. And enjoy the ride here. It's amazing how good these little movements are for us. Flexibility in your spine, waking up all those little muscles, using your 6-pack muscle, especially when you tilt down. You want to be really doing your best to get that belly down as well, as opposed to just letting it do its thing. You don't want that. You're the boss. Okay, on this next one, when you tilt up, focus on your heels and lift your hips up. Press up through those heels. Hold your hips up. Send the arms straight up to the ceiling. Now, lift your toes off the floor. Step your left heel forward a little bit. Try to be really strong through the hips. Don't let them move. Step the other heel. So you're just going to slowly walk those heels out till you're at a point where you really feel your hamstrings doing some work and you can't keep your hips off the floor anymore. Like they're too low. So get to that point, whatever that is for you. And then just hold. And now I want you to bring your knees in together and squeeze. Your feet can be wherever, and then open the knees. And then squeeze and open, and do it a few more times. This is the only inner thigh work you're going to do today, so make it count. So you're squeezing deliberately, and then you're releasing. Okay, put your hips down. We're gonna do a nice little happy baby to get a nice little stretch here. So send the heels up to face up towards the ceiling. Use your arms to get the knees down. Just enjoy this. Okay, rock and roll yourself up. We're gonna come up onto our feet. We're gonna meet in a full forward fold. So you're just looking through your knees to the back of the room. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, you're gonna pick up one or two. We're gonna hold the weights in one hand. So I'm gonna start with my right hand, one heavy weight. I'm gonna kickstand my right foot. I'm gonna try to lift out of this left hip. Keep my body long and tall. I'm gonna come down nice and slow. I'm trying to weight into the left heel and coming down so slow, like at least on 10 counts. Once I'm down, I'm gonna hang out here. 3, 2, 1, and now I'm gonna come up really slowly. Okay, that's one rep. We have 4 to go. The slower you go, the better. Shift your hips back. Concentrate. No weight in the left toes. When that weight comes down, it should be right inside that left foot. Hold it there when you're at the bottom of the move, just hovering it above the floor. And now slowly come up. This should be felt in your left glute. Okay, take it down again. And make sure you're keeping your spine long. And you're not rounding your back, right? Once you're down, do that nice slow count to 3 or 4. And then come up really slowly. Keep shifting your weight as far back as you can get those hips, because you'll get more into that glute. Whew, not easy, right? If you're holding a heavy weight, that's awesome. Maybe you have to hold 2 if you don't have one heavier one. But holding the weight in just one hand really forces you to use your core to stabilize, because it's an imbalance. Now come up nice and slow. Okay, we're going to do the final one. Make this one the best. Hardly no weight in that right foot, right? Otherwise that would be not fair to your left leg. Okay, hopefully you did that leg in pretty well. Okay, put the weight down. Ooh, boy, that's tough. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. I guarantee you're gonna feel that tomorrow. Okay, let's do it. So now weight in the left hand, kickstand the left foot, put most of your weight into this right leg, but try to lift out of the right hip. It's all about long body and good posture. Here we go. Putting most 90% of your weight is in that right leg. Once you get that weight just 1 inch above the floor, you count to 3 very slowly. And then you try to come up, pushing through the front heel. And let's go again. When you're moving, whether it's up or down, I want your focus to be keeping the weight out of your left leg. That's what you're thinking about mentally. And of course, your breath. And I think we have 2 more. Try not to go too quickly. I know you want to race through it and be done, but you kind of got to embrace this. Get the weight out of that left foot. Press up through that right heel. So much to concentrate on. Okay, last one. Make it the best. Nice job. Okay, put it down. Whew. We are going to do some kickbacks. We're going to be on our knees. So you're going to start out, I'm going to grab a sip. You're going to start out in your quadruped position. You're going to do one arm at a time, kicking back. So meet me on all fours, get your weight. Weight in the right hand, you're going to row up and then kick back. And you're just going to kick back. So you're not doing the row except for to get the weight up. You're just going back to a straight arm and rocking it back in. Try to control the movement. If you have to really use momentum, your weight is too heavy. These are not big muscles, these triceps, and I want you to control it. So find a weight where, you can get maybe 8 reps in and then you're sort of done. You feel like you're starting to lose your form, and then switch to the other arm. Try not to over squeeze the weight with your hand. When you're done, go back to the side you started. And we're doing one more to finish off. Try to get anywhere from 8 to 10 reps in. And if that's easy, next time you need to go heavier. Okay, put those weights down. You're going to use them again. We're going to do tricep extensions lying down on our back. So I know we're going to feel this relatively quickly, but let's see how we do. So arms up, palms are shoulder width apart and they face. Lower slowly. Tap the shoulder. Come back up slowly. Don't use momentum to get the arms up. Try to tell yourself these weights are super heavy and you're pushing them up nice and slow. You should feel trembling in those arms already. So we're looking for 8 to 12 reps. And when you can't do any more, or you got to your 12, put the weights down off to the side. Here comes the Sean move. So small bend in the legs. Turn your feet are hip width apart with a small bend in the leg. You know the drill, right? Turn your toes and knees in. I want you to first just push your heels into the floor. Feel that strong activation of muscle in the back of the legs and the glutes. Now start to add a pull to that. Feel how that intensifies it. Cup your fingers, lift the arms off the floor. Squeeze your knees with all your might. And now lift your butt up. Count to 5 slowly. And then release it. Just relax everything however you want. Now let's come back to it. Toes and knees touch. Push your heels into the floor. Pull them towards you. Cup your fingers. Lift the arms off the floor. Squeeze your knees. Lift your butt. Count to 5. And release and relax. One more time. Toes and knees in. Press those heels down. Really go for it on this last one because you know it's the last one. Pull. Cup your fingers. Lift your arms. Squeeze your knees. Lift your butt. Squeeze even harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. Okay. Knees into the chest, little reprieve, make a nice circle. Massaging that lower back. Go in the opposite direction. Maybe a little gentle rock side to side. Now your arms are going to be on the floor, but I want you to cup your fingers and then lift the arms off the floor. I want you to get your knees over your hips and a 90-degree angle in the leg with your feet flexed. You should already feel like you got to press that lower back down onto the floor. So you're contracting. Now move your knees a little further out and hold that contraction. Keep your heels at the height of the knees. Move them out a little further. Keep the bend in the legs. Now pull the knees in. Hands on each knee. Make big circles this time. Go the opposite way. Okay, flex your feet. Fingertips only on the floor, lift the arms. Knees over hips. This is round 2. Move them out a little further, tuck that belly down. Move them out a little further. Cover the right ankle just above the floor. Feel that right side body? Oh my goodness, bring it back up. Do the same with the left. Bring it back up. Bring both knees in, relax. We're gonna roll the head from side to side just to give it a nice little stretch. Okay, cup your fingers, lift the arms off the floor, get your knees over your hips. Flex your feet, 90-degree angle in the leg. Now, get your belly working down, that's your job. Slow motion, you're gonna lower your heels towards the floor and pick them back up. But don't bring the knees back in so close that you feel the contraction go away. It should feel hard the whole time. You're gonna do 5 heel drops in slow motion. Keep pulling the belly down when the heels get low. And relax. Bend your legs, put your feet on the floor. Hands can just rest on your chest. You're gonna lower the knees towards the right side. Pick them back up and go left. Just kind of sway the legs side to side, nice and gentle, rolling over the glutes. Yes, this is your free massage for the day. How awesome does that feel? You did a great job today getting this done, or I know you're going to, on your own schedule, which is all that matters. Okay, pick your legs up toward the ceiling, open them nice and wide so you stretch out your inner thighs. Now bring the feet back down to the floor with your legs bent. We're going to do the figure 4 stretch. Start with your right foot resting on your left thigh. Flex it. You're going to use your arms to help you guide the left knee in as close as you can get it while you move the right knee forward. We're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. And then put both feet on the floor and switch to the left foot resting on the right thigh. Use your arms, pull that right knee in as you try your best to move the left knee forward. And then relax both feet to the floor. Let's go back and let the knees fall to one side and then the other. Just kind of oscillate from left to right a few more times. Nice. Now bring your feet together and your knees together. And then just let your knees splay open to the sides. So you're kind of like a butterfly and the bottoms of your feet are connected. And now just stay here for a few big deep breaths. You can send the arms back behind you for a nice big stretch. And now straighten those legs down along the floor. Let the arms come up. You're coming up Pilates style, nice and slowly. And now dive between the legs. Great job. Okay. Up onto your feet. Into that nice fold. Get some good blood flow to your face. Take a big deep breath. And roll up slowly. Great job. Nice big deep breath. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thinking about you both. Mwah. Be good.